Good morning and welcome to the Credential Creator Training webinar. Today's speakers include me, Jessica Tate, Product Marketing Lead at Sigma, and Brett Kissler, who is the CEO of Clearview Studios. Before we begin, I would like to spend a couple minutes just going over our different companies. Let's start with Sigma. Sigma enables organizations like you on the phone to safely issue and manage your digital merits, to better engage, serve, and even grow your member community. Specifically, we offer a single platform to verify qualifications, which is much more convenient and easier than going through paper certificates, ledgers, or ID cards.
Now about Clearview Studios. Clearview is an independent software partner that specializes in building custom tools for organizations. Credential Creator is a third-party app that automatically generates and attaches customized cards, licenses, and certificates to your members' merits. Anybody listening to this webinar already understands the benefits of Credential Creator. You can save time and money that's used to print and mail credentials, certificates can be generated and shared in minutes, and your members or customers don't have to worry about losing their credentials or not having them physically present at the moment they're needed.
And to make this a little bit more specific, I remember actually being at an organization, actually a drop zone about a week ago, where I saw for a particular course, the owner just like going through this stack of certificates, and it took him like 30 minutes to sign each one, to get them all organized and to share them. So, and that's the value of Credential Creator, is that you can do that in 5 minutes, and you can consistently and quickly update it as new trainings happen, as new members join. This is a very easy and convenient tool for you guys. Now, before we get started with the official demo, I wanted to run through a few of our requirements. Firstly, and if you're already listening to this webinar, you probably already have this, you need to have an organization set up and validated in Sigma. You need to already have a merit template completed, and you need to have a specific can manage org permission set up as an admin. And lastly, you need to have a blank certificate or a blank card that meets our specific dimension and resolution requirements. Okay, on to the demo.
All right. To get started, just visit credcreator.com and you'll see this screen right here. And to get started, you'll click Link with Sigma. And if you're logged into your Sigma account already, you'll see a list of orgs that you are an admin of. And in this case, we're going to use this one called Demo Org. Clicking on this. Now, if you're a new user to Credential Creator, what you're going to see is a page that says that you have no certificates and no credentials yet. Right now, we have a couple in the system already, so it shows a list of existing credentials. And this is what it looks like when you click on one to edit it. We'll go back, and we're going to create our new credential. Now, one nice thing about Credential Creator here is that it will actually import all of your merits and your fields from Sigma. So you don't have to do any of this work that's already done for you. So we're going to create a new certificate for Demo Cert Basic Training. I'm going to click Next. We're going to select whether we're going to create a certificate or a card. And you can do two different types of card. You can do the vertical card or a horizontal version of the card. We're going to select certificate for this one. Clicking Next. This is the step where we're going to upload the background for our certificate. You'll see that there are dimensions here and supported file types. And we're going to upload our certificates. And you'll see that it's loaded right there. Clicking Next. And now we are in the editor workspace. Here we can view all of the fields attached to this merit template that are all imported from Sigma. So we're going to add right here full name, and it just drops right into the space. You can change the size, you can center it, you can select your font size. There's all kinds of tools in here to make this customizable for you. And we can drop in a couple of other fields such as issue date, presenter, merit title, and location. And after we've dropped everything in already, there's two options here. The first one is save. The second one is save and publish. These do two different things. Saving only saves your work so that you can publish later. So if you've done some work with this, but then you realize maybe you want to change something in the background image and re-upload or something, you can just save. Or if you want to edit this later, save and publish, what that actually does is sends the merit to everybody. So it'll actually generate all of the images, attach them to the merits for all of your users, and they will all be sent out. So save and publish is sort of the big red button. And here we are clicking the big red button. And once you've done this, your credentials will be sent out in the next 15 to 30 minutes.
Excellent. Okay, I see that we have one new participant just joining in. Feel free to chat with us if you have any questions about the webinar. Otherwise, we'll continue on. So now that you have completed the process in the credential creator space, we're now moving over into the Sigma admin dashboard. As Brett mentioned, it does take up to 15 minutes for Sigma to ingest and distribute the certificates to merit holders. Since I don't want us to wait, I've gone ahead and essentially created a duplicate merit that represents what Brett just created. In this case, it says Demo Cert Basic Training. And if you want to see where the certificate lives, in the Sigma admin dashboard, you click on Edit Template, you scroll down, and you'll see in number 4, we have this digital certificate. Note that there are these options to remove and edit. We strongly suggest you do not do that. That could break your system. If you want to edit anything around the certificate or remove it, that can all be done in Credential Creator. Now, lastly, how does it look on the user side? So I've got me here, and I've got my demo cert basic training, and we see this paperclip on the upper right-hand side that says there's an attachment. I click on this digital certificate option and then on the certificate itself. So I get the full view, and you can see that the fields have been auto-populated. There is the option to zoom in if you want to get close and personal with your certificate, or you can also download it if you want to print it out. I also have a card, demo card that I've created, so I'll just quickly click on that so you can see what cards look like in the space. Again, I click on the merit, I click on digital card, and I see the front and the back. You can include any kind of merit fields that you want on either side. In this case, I just kept the front as a logo, and then the back, I have these auto-populated fields, my name, membership ID, and expiration date. And that wraps up the full demo of this particular product. But before we wrap up, I wanted to review a couple of frequently asked questions that we've received from some of our users. The first one is around creating your own certificate. And as you can see from the Credential Creator space, this does not have a feature that enables you to create a design. So your first option is to work with Jen, who is of our customer support team. You can reach her at jen@sig.ma. Or if you want something very fancy, you can actually reach out to Clearview Studios, and they'll come up with something very beautiful and elegant for you for a fee per hour. Second question, which is pretty important if you're distributing anything that's private. We've had customers that have addresses or like sensitive information, want to know whether or not we can control privacy or shareability of this particular field. Right now, the only way to protect the privacy of these particular fields and not make them public is to use the Make Merits Permanently Hidden option. Let's see, this is obviously, since I've already shared this particular merit, this field is not addressable, but before you share a merit, this is something you can click. Note that it says the word permanent. So once you click on that button and you share it, you cannot unhide it. Later this year, we will be releasing a feature that enables you to hide fields. Stay tuned for that update from us. Lastly, if you notice that your certificate happens to have a field that is not included in your Merit template. We've had customers wondering if we can actually add fields in Credential Creator. You cannot. You have to go back to the Sigma admin dashboard, add a new Merit, refresh Credential Creator, and that field should be available for you to put in. That ends our webinar presentation. Thank you so much for joining us. If you want to try out Credential Creator, you can visit credcreator.com. And thank you again.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Take care.